what's up, everybody? Welcome to the after show, post show clarity. We thank you for joining us. Hey, here's a big thing going around right now. This is popular on Reddit.
Okay.
People are talking about the best cold opens in cinema history.
Oh.
And what started the conversation was somebody said that they thought the bank heist in The Dark Knight was the best cold open in cinema history.
That is a really good cold open. That's a great start to a movie.
Yeah. A cold open, you go in, cold, fresh. You know nothing about the movie. You don't know what you're getting into. Boom. This scene starts. What the fuck am I watching?
We're in, baby.
We're in.
Yeah.
Amazing. I want to know from the chat what they think are some of the best cold opens in cinema history. I would love to hear what you guys think are some of the best cold opens in cinema history. I can also go down a list of the I think I have 10 here that were very popular
good.
in the conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, so The Dark Knight bank heist, obviously. What's up?
Real quick, just want to say Rolla Jones gifted 1 million subs.
Oh,
just a
thanks,
minute
Rolla
ago,
Jones.
so
Ooh,
I
thank
wanna
you.
get
Thank you, Rolla.
The best cold open to a post show. Rolla Jones
Yeah.
gifting those subs.
all the subs.
And Rolla says The Goonies, but I'm trying to remember how that starts.
Yeah, same.
I-
here.
I have
just watched it
trouble-
recently.
I don't remember the opening of the Goonies.
I have
How
trouble
does that-
defining cold
They're gooning.
opens. I mean, your explanation helped, but yeah, I can't remember.
Okay, well, here, I'll inspire you. So, Quentin Tarantino was on the list twice.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
The farmhouse interrogation in Inglourious Bastards.
That's a cold open. It's just you're thrown into
Yeah.
a scene, you know.
Or the diner scene in Pulp Fiction where they're having a conversation about, what kind
That
of
is-
crime to commit. And
that
then it
is a good
ends
one.
with them robbing the diner.
Oh, that's right.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is great.
I love you, honey bunny.
Here's one I think would be really popular with our crew. The Matrix Trinity battling the police.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's
she
a
goes into bullet
classic.
time. We sent a bunch of men in there. Your men are already dead.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. That is great.
And then she gets the phone call and gets out of there. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Indiana Jones steals the idol.
and the ball.
That might be at the top. Yeah, I mean,
That's great.
And the cold opening may or may not have anything to do with the rest of the movie. It just kind of shows you what you're in for,
Mhm.
How about Jaws, the night swimmer getting eaten by the shark?
Oh, yeah. Amazing. Damn. I think Spielberg figured out the cold opening.
Cold
I
Yeah,
opening
think-
Spielberg's on here
important.
twice too, obviously. Scream, Drew Barrymore getting the phone call.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. The Scream
Never
one.
saw it.
I never
Yeah.
saw Scream either.
Well, the horror
We should do that.
fans.
We should do that
know.
for Movie Club.
Okay.
I sat here literally just trying to remember, and I'm so surprised at the Goonies intro came to me.
Oh, wow.
It's all
yeah.
of the kids in their high school morning routine, like getting up, riding. Brand's riding his bike. The girl pulls her head out of the crab thing that she's wearing. It's all the kids getting ready for their day,
Oh. I don't know why. I've seen this movie so many times and I don't.
and then they all
remember
meet up at the house or whatever. Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
remember that either.
I always think of the most inspirational one for us isn't a film, but it was from a TV show because we kind of copied it for Mega 64 version 3.
Yeah.
That
okay.
Lost episode
Season
where
2, start episode 1. Yeah.
you're introduced to Desmond in the hatch.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's that what is happening? Where that was interesting because I have reference for what the show is. I've seen 2 seasons of it already.
Yeah.
But now the episode starts with oh, this must be a flash forward or something.
Yeah.
He's in a modern civilization. Oh, no, it wasn't. There was this switcheroo kind of they did on you.
Yeah. That was great.
That was a huge one. That I always
in
go
TV,
to that one.
that's probably my favorite
TV,
cold
yeah.
open ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit.
I can see that.
Somebody in the chat put Terminator 2. That's a good one. First of all, you get the war from the future,
Yeah.
which you could consider maybe that's the cold opening. Or do you consider Arnold Schwarzenegger showing up naked going into the biker bar? You know?
Yeah.
I do love when it is you are just all of a sudden here.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones is what is this guy doing?
That's a
What-
perfect open.
What is this?
Yeah,
You know,
because you know about Terminator 1 going into Terminator 2, right? So
Yeah.
is it really cold?
I didn't when I first I saw Terminator 2, I was like 7.
Okay.
But do they explain Terminator 1 in the
No.
beginning? They just start the
To
movie.
show you this war from
No,
the
I'm just
future.
saying, as someone who's watching a show, even the Lost one, it's I have reference for what Lost is. But that Jaws one's a great example because you don't even know what this
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
There's never been a
I like
Jaws
it.
movie
You're in the
before.
movie watching the scene, and all of a sudden, I think The Dark Knight did it, where it's the movie just starts, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And then it goes The Dark Knight after that scene is over. It's like, "Oh fuck,
Yeah.
oh we're in."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I like that.
I don't think it. Do you? You don't get a title in Dark Knight.
Maybe you don't. Maybe at the
you
end.
get it at the very end.
And I love that.
Before the movie even starts, you just see like a bat in the fire.
Oh, that's
Or
right.
whatever, the smoke
Yeah.
or whatever.
I always loved also Halloween. You're looking at through the eyes of the killer.
Yeah,
And then at the end of
yeah.
the cold opening, they arrest the killer, and you find out it's a 6-year-old kid.
Yeah,
that's a good twist.
great one. That's a great one.
That's really
Kebab 404 in the chat mentioned Ghost Ship.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
love
one.
that one where
Yeah.
all of the decapitations.
The wire hits.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
the rest of the movie
because
sucks.
the whole
yeah, but
movie.
people remember that.
That's a good one because the whole time you're like, what is this like Victorian period piece I'm watching on the Titanic? And then all of a sudden that extreme gore goes off and you're totally taking out of that like, oh, I was going to be bored to wow.
That
this
one
is-
is a great twist. I think like with the Dark Knight though, that's just a riveting heist all the way through.
Yeah.
And
a good
then
one.
the twist is that at the end the Joker screws him over.
Yeah. Oh, the twist is that the Joker's is there.
He was there.
Like,
yeah.
Well, they're
he's
all
one
wearing
of them.
clown
Stranger.
masks, but yeah.
The chat is bringing. I'll say my favorite, but you guys got to tell me if it is a cold open. Like I'm having issues defining if it is.
Okay.
But some great ones in the chat. Regardless of what you think of the rest of the movie, I know it's a mixed bag with people, but the opening of Tenet, I think, is so where they start to play the orchestra and then the dudes just gun down and all those dudes are coming in and all the special ops are running in and then all of a sudden a fucking bullet goes backwards. It's like, wait, I'm sorry, did I just see that? What like the way it builds is really, really great.
okay.
Even if you didn't watch the rest of the fucking movie and stop there, great scene, But this is a really good one. Someone just mentioned Return of the King. They did not need to go that hard.
I forget what they did.
All of them just kind of, here's the story of whatever.
Oh, I remember,
and then
right.
the third drops you in. Wait, isn't this the guy that plays Gollum?
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
is this a
right,
prequel
Smeagol.
scene?
Oh,
And this
yeah.
fucked up, ugly scene of how he became.
Oh, that is a good one.
I remember being there the day the
Yeah.
movie came out and that opening, and I'm going, oh, they're not going to do that, are they? They are. They're showing us his back, and you just could hear every kid crying.
Yeah.
like kids are way too young to be going to it anyway, I guess. But when it's like close up of he starts to like bite into the fish and it's all the guts, and you're just seeing parents take their kids out. I was like, this opening's going
Yeah, that was
hard.
cool.
That was amazing.
You know what? Someone in the chat had a really good point, and I think all 4 of these movies had a great cold open in Jackass movies. They all
Oh,
get you
yeah.
in. Like I think like the cart, like everything they do is
Yeah.
like you're like, oh, I'm in. I'm excited. Like it gets you going.
Yeah.
But my question is, my favorite maybe opening to a movie. I think it's a cold opening, but they give you, the opening titles, the text that tells you what's going on. But the thing that comes to mind for me is Return of the Jedi, where you are just
No, that's true.
in Jabba's palace,
That's a really good one.
and then the droids showed up. Wait, they're being given away. What? Where's
Yeah.
Luke? Wait, what's going on? And then wait, that guard. That's not fucking that's Lando. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like piece by piece, it's like
That's a good
the
one.
plan is in motion, but you were not given the plan. Is that's a
Yeah. I
That's
don't
a
know
good one.
because it's almost act 1 of that movie.
and that's what I'm saying because it comes after like the text and all that stuff. So to me, it's like, is that a cold open?
a lot
so
of
that's
people
why I'm asking you
on
guys.
Reddit were saying the original Star Wars, the crawl, and then just the giant ship flying by, and then that kind
Sure.
of
First time
space
seeing Darth
battle
Vader,
and
yeah.
ends with them like ejecting the droids.
So it's Return of the Jedi is an opening that I really like, but I don't know if that's a cold open. Yeah.
yeah, because that all goes all the way up to the Sarlacc pit, and
Yeah.
I mean, where do you cut that off? He's fighting the Rancor.
Yeah, exactly.
Leia comes in and rescues Han Solo. Like
Yeah,
so much
yeah, yeah.
happens in that.
I guess in
sequence.
my heart, it's like I know you get dropped into a scene, you don't know what's going on, but it is a big chunk of the movie.
But I do think the text, as they're saying in the chat, the text crawl is kind of giving you, it's telling you what's going
It
on.
ruins the cold open.
Yeah, it's not cold. It's just
Yeah,
open.
but I guess it's cold in the sense you don't know their plan, but that's not the same thing.
Well, with
hot
the original
opening.
Star Wars, yeah, there's a text crawl. It's like, what the fuck am I? Okay, there's an intergalactic war happening.
Yeah.
Okay, Jedi, whatever the text crawl says in the first one,
Yeah,
catches you off guard.
yeah.
Any games have good cold openings? I'm trying to think
Oh,
like
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Phantom Pain was what I was
My
thinking.
favorite
Oh,
opening to a game
that
of all time.
Oh, yeah.
That's 2 hours, so you know.
But just like waking up in a hospital bed
And all these guys are there to kill
and all
you.
these guys are there to kill you and you don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Even
cool.
if you don't take it that far. Let's say you don't. I remember playing that at the like Konami office. Got to play the opening thing, and it's just, you're in the hospital bed looking around, and it starts to play. Oh no, not me. Even just to that part, it's like, oh my god, this game's gonna rip.
Yeah.
This, it's just like the opening is so fucked up. Somebody mentioned, this is another underrated movie one, but I, as a kid, was taken away by this. Batman Returns. Seeing Paul Rubens, rich Paul Rubens in a mansion, waiting for the baby to come. The baby comes. Oh, there's something wrong with this baby, and they take it and dump it down the sewer, and then you just see the course of where this baby goes.
Yeah.
And
Penguin.
they're going deeper into the sewer, and then and then bats come out of the sewer, and the theme kicks in. Dun 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 dun. As you just watch the baby float down the sewer.
You kept saying Paul Rubens, and I was like, what? He's not in that. But yeah, he
Yeah.
was the dad.
I
in
never
that.
realized
yeah.
that.
I forgot that.
I love Batman Returns. I gotta go.
Love
watch
Batman
that.
Returns.
So that's so good.
I remember being in the theater watching the scene, like, oh my gosh, they're gonna get rid of the baby. Oh my gosh. And my dad leaning over going, that's Pee Wee Herman, right? What? Like, it just blew me away. So I love that opening.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Batman Returns, they are doing side-by-side comparisons with Nosferatu because Edgar said that was a huge inspiration visually
Wow.
on
Oh,
the
I can
look for
see that.
Nosferatu. And you can find it on the internet. There's like, okay, here's the mansion from the opening of that movie. Here's the mansion at the opening of Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Here's like this character on a snowy street. Here's Bruce Wayne on a snowy street in Gotham.
Yeah.
And they're all kind of like dark and tinted blue and white, essentially.
I think I'm ready
who
for
doesn't love Batman Returns?
I'm ready for a second Nosferatu viewing.
Glitchcraft, you're speaking my language. That's another, I know we're talking movies here. We brought up the video game one with Phantom Pain, but my video game favorite cold open is that Final Fantasy IV. That was a mind blower as a kid too. Starts with you're like a team of knights and you might be the bad guy. And within 5 minutes you torch a village, and then it goes back to them and he's going, I don't think I'm doing the right thing here. Which again, at that time, 1991, 2,
Yeah.
did you play a video game that ever did that? Where the main character is going, I think I might be bad. I think I'm not. I think I should stop doing this. It was like, what the fuck is happening? And then he confronts the king, like, I'm done. It's like, this game just started and the main character is going, I'm not doing this anymore. It was just incredible. So that's mine.
You know what a really
From a
good
game.
one was the new Star Trek with J.J. Abrams did. That's the first one.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that too.
Oh,
they were?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic
That's
cold
a
open.
great cold
Yeah.
With that Rage Against the Machine song in it?
No, that's after the cold open. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
them being, it's like Chris Hemsworth, I think, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
like he's
He's
in
the
the
origi-
ship.
the
Getting
original
away.
captain.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then like the ship blows up or whatever, but like you don't
It's-
know what's going on.
Yeah, the ship is collapsing, whatever, and he's like, the captain's going down with the ship.
Oh, okay.
And meanwhile, across space or wherever, his wife is having a baby. So the ship is going down, it's crumbling, and he's like, he call my wife. And they
Oh,
call him.
I do remember
I'm sorry,
that.
babe. I'm not gonna make it out. Yeah, but the baby's coming. The baby's here. What color are his eyes? Oh, just like his dad. That poor son of a bitch. Name him. What's
Kirk,
his name?
yeah.
Name him
James,
Kirk.
yeah.
James Tiberius Kirk. I watched that movie with my family. My mom was a huge fan of the original Star Trek. That's the fastest I ever saw my mom cry. That movie started, and within 5 minutes, my mom was going, pause it. It's like, is it okay? I can barely make it through. Is this the whole movie? It got her. I was like, really? This got you that bad? But she loved the original Star Trek. And
Yeah.
that opening is really
That's
powerful.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, now I'm about to cry just thinking about it. Oh my gosh.
Thinking about James.
Oh, it was great.
Oh yeah.
Up.
Sweet baby
Oh,
James.
shit.
Oh,
Up.
Oh,
Up is-
dude, Wall-E too.
Wall-E, yeah.
Wall-E just starts and it's like there's no talking for the first like 10 minutes. It's like, what is happening? It's
But you know
robot.
what though?
Oh, yeah.
Again, though, that is where do you draw the line? Because that goes on. That's like the first
movie.
40
That's
something
true.
minutes.
That's true.
But still starts great.
Yeah.
Up is a great opening. What are you talking about, Glitchcraft? Okay, you had me with Final Fantasy, but you lost me on a terrible opening. That was a great opening.
Mhm.
Some argue that's the best part of the movie.
Thanks for the sub, Gold Blaze.
It's sad, but it's powerful.
Hey, here's a question we got last week when we were talking about being psychos. Who's the craziest batshit character in gaming, fiction, and beyond? Craziest batshit characters
in
Joker.
gamings.
in gaming.
Gaming.
No, Joker doesn't count. You kind of get to understand
Well,
him over the course of the movie.
The gaming equivalent, Kefka, Final Fantasy VI.
Okay.
He's like basically the court jester and works his way up to fucking king and eventually god. So I have to say that if the Joker became a god, that's what that character is.
I'm thinking back to like Calypso, the main antagonist from the Twisted Metal franchise.
Oh shit, I don't even remember that.
He causes worldwide panic by hosting his tournament and makes everyone compete to the death. That's it's just evil. And no one thinks about Calypso. That's a deep.
Yeah, I forgot about Calypso.
I was trying to go deep on that cut.
Yeah, I say Funky Kong.
Oh yeah,
It's
Funky Kong.
his rhyming. You don't.
He's a
like.
freak.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking freak.
His bars in the DK rap aren't good.
I don't know. I don't trust
Oh,
him.
everyone's saying Majima is a great
Yeah,
answer.
Majima from the Yakuza series.
Yeah,
for sure.
for sure. But he's like a good guy that's psycho.
Dude, I keep forgetting next week is Pirate Yakuza.
Yeah, I still haven't
the-
played the last two
The
games.
pirate spinoff. Yeah. I'm very excited about that though.
Yeah. Has anybody out there played the new Assassin's Creed, the one set in Japan? The
It's not
trailer-
out yet.
It's not out yet?
No.
I thought it was already okay, cool.
Trish picks up her pre-order next week, though. I think
All
it's
right.
like very close.
That answers my question. I walked into GameStop and I was watching a trailer for it. They had posters all over the place. I was like, is this thing out yet? It looks cool to me.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
Uh,
Did it get delayed? It got delayed?
Yes, it did get delayed several times.
Delayed another month?
shit.
Yeah.
Well, okay, good.
Oh.
Then nobody has the answer. I'm not missing out on anything yet.
They're-
I can
they're-
still beat Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
They're
before
still
I go get
polishing the turd.
it. You think it's gonna suck?
I mean, it's a fucking Assassin's Creed game.
I was enjoing Valhalla.
Yeah.
I didn't beat it. You know,
I've watched my girlfriend play every single one, and it's
Wow.
just like, they're just not for me.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What to, I Becca and I play a game every morning, and we beat Jedi Survivor. But
Oh, nice.
I was like, I don't know what to play next. Like,
Jedi Survivor 2.
no,
Did you see all of Jedi Survivor? Like you
Yeah.
witnessed all of it?
I witnessed all of it.
Worth playing or no? Because I played that first one and enjoyed it, but then when I started Survivor, I was enjoying it, but I was kind of like, I feel like I did this already.
You did. The second half is much better than the first half.
Oh, okay.
It gets better.
Survivor is the second game?
Yeah.
Oh, with Cal Kestis? What
Yeah.
was the first one called?
Jedi
Fallen Order.
Oh, okay.
I hate to keep bringing this up, but I gifted you guys a copy
You
of
did.
MotoFest
You
the Crew.
did. You did.
Yeah.
Gotta pop it in.
Yeah, I got it. But I'm just thinking like story wise. You know, like
MotoFest the Crew has a story.
okay, then I'll play that next.
You're a racer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I bought on your recommendation. It's just been sitting there, that Hitman World.
World of Assassination.
Yeah. I've been wanting to crack that open. I think I'm about due.
You know what's so
I
funny?
got so
is-
many new games.
So I've been watching all the James Bond movies on a huge kick, and then I Googled like, what are the James Bond video games? Kind of suck. GoldenEye was cool for the time, but
Yeah.
like everything since then, there's like no good James Bond video game. So I was like, what's the best video game that's closest to James Bond? Top of the list was Hitman: World of Assassination, and I'm like, you're kind of right. You are like infiltrating these things, doing one-man missions. You're using gadgets. You can like, take people out and use their clothes
Yeah.
to disguise yourself. So yeah, Hitman: World of Assassination. I have played it a lot. It is really fun. Also, Metal Gear. Obviously, we were just talking about how
For
Kojima
sure.
was really inspired by the James Bond movies with that. So those are probably the top two video games that hit the like world of espionage: Hitman and Metal Gear, the series.
What about Splinter Cell?
I'm not a big Splinter Cell fan.
Yeah. I
you
never
know,
played any of them.
Where is that series right now?
I know.
Isn't that funny?
right?
It's like they haven't tried doing another one
Sam
of those.
Fisher retired, I guess.
Yeah.
He's out of the game.
I'll always have a special place in my heart for Splinter Cell because they had us do so many promos and commercials.
I love
Yeah,
those
yeah,
videos.
for
Don't
sure.
get me wrong.
And that were in like Splinter Cell Chaos Theory.
yeah.
That our videos are on the game, like
Yeah.
a special edition of the game. So it has a special place in my heart, but I couldn't play them.
I'll,
I was always like, I don't know what's going on.
yeah.
What?
I wanted to ask you guys about. It just popped into my head and then popped back out. But there's a new game that's coming out. Fuck, what was it? I was going to ask if you guys were interested in it. Nah, fucking thought escaped me.
Yeah, I hear Civilization 7 came out and is kind of shitty.
Oh, really?
I am looking forward to checking out Assassin's Creed, but yeah, everybody I talk to is like, yeah, that's gonna suck, and I'm like, okay,
They're just all very
like
like if I was way into I don't know like the Viking one or
Yeah.
like the early 1940s
and I
London
get they're all
one.
the same game. I get that.
Yeah, I would like that one because it's like okay, cool. I want to like be in London in the turn of the century, like.
Yeah.
But they are all the same. So if I was like playing that as a franchise, I feel like I would be so burnt out.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then again, like that's the kind of games my girl likes is like Animal Crossing or Disney's Dreamlight Valley. It's like repetitive.
I just
you know,
think
fetch questing.
I'm seeing it's Assassin's Creed, but there's like one-on-one katana samurai battles.
So there's
You're
some
doing-
new mechanics.
You're
That's
doing
good
like
to know.
ninja shit
Yeah.
in feudal Japan, which I just think is like a cool setting. Yeah, obviously it's just going to be more Assassin's Creed.
I remember what I was going to ask. That new Ninja Gaiden that got announced.
Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. That got announced when I was in the room. I got
Yeah,
to watch
you were
that
in the
event
room.
there. Yeah, I'm very excited.
I was confused because like also it felt like there's a remake of whatever that Ninja Gaiden that came out on Xbox, but then it was like Ninja Gaiden Black when it got re-released.
Ninja Gaiden 2. Yeah.
Is that also like getting like a fourth remaster?
That got it's been remastered a couple times.
That game is so fucking hard to begin with, and
yes.
it's been remastered more than any game I know of.
Yeah.
That's just one that I'm just like, who plays this fucking game?
because they lost the original code to that game. This is the behind the scenes.
So they had to make it from the ground up.
So they remade it once and then it wasn't that great. So they remade it again to like perfect it. And I
Yeah.
guess this one they did it.
Okay.
But that came out that day. They announced that and it's like,
And it
it's out
came
now.
out,
You
yeah.
can get it. So you can get that right now. But Ninja Gaiden 4, I don't know if you guys saw any of this. It was in the
No,
the
I haven't
Xbox
heard about
conference. But there's Ninja Gaiden 4 by Team Ninja, who owns Ninja Gaiden.
Yep.
But made by Platinum.
Yes, that's
and
what.
so it's kind of a spiritual successor to Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah.
Dude had a katana, could cut anything, whatever. Everyone's like, oh, I wish they do another game like that. It's kind of that.
I'm gonna check it out just because Platinum's involved.
I think I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I already like Ninja Gaiden, so I was going to, but especially now. Oh my God.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about Metal Gear Rising the other day. Is that available to play currently
Yeah.
anywhere? Where?
Well,
Is that on like the PlayStation?
it's got to be on
Store?
Steam.
it is on Steam, plays
Oh.
amazing perfectly on Steam Deck.
Yeah.
But you
I
could
don't
get-
have a Steam Deck.
But you can get it on just
Your PC.
Steam.
Yeah.
But if you want to play it on console, actually the best way, it's on Xbox. Like
Yeah.
you could still download it, and they've made it where it perfectly, like amazingly runs on the new Xbox.
Yeah.
But PlayStation, not really an easy way to do that.
Did they announce when the Indiana Jones is coming out on PS5?
No, they said it would. I originally said it was like
Spring.
early this year.
Oh,
yeah.
I forgot.
I imagine we're going to hear about that.
'Cause
Any
that's
day.
what I'm really looking for.
I got deep. I got like 60 hours into that and just put it down.
Indiana
I gotta-
Jones?
Yeah, I got to get back to that.
You have an Xbox?
Yeah, Trish has a Series X.
Is it worth it? Is it worth getting an Xbox if you have a PS5?
I mean, it's nice that she has it, so I
No.
could use it, but I wouldn't spend my money on one.
This was the first time Indiana Jones is the first time I turned
Same.
mine on since like 2021 or
W-
2.
Oh my God.
You know what? I use it as I think it has a better 4K Blu-ray upscaler. So
Oh, okay.
I do play my physical media in that. That's
Okay.
primarily what we use it for. I mean, and we stream our TV on that
Yeah.
most of the time. So we actually use it a lot, but
Not for games.
not for games. Aside until Indiana Jones came out.
That new Xbox is great. If that's your only console, you'll get all the third-party games for it. All right, fine. But it's really great at playing old games. Like
That is true.
From the original Xbox 360, Xbox One, everything. You pop the disc in, and there might even be an update. Hey, you want to play 50 Cent Blood in the Sand in 4K?
Yep.
Here's an update. And oh my God, this is the best this game has ever looked like. As a box that just plays a bunch of shit, it's a great system.
That's why
But-
I like having it. Is
Yeah.
like I could take any 360 game off my shelf,
Yeah.
put it in there, and it updates it and starts playing.
yeah,
it in
and
high
they,
def.
yeah,
I
so,
wasn't
so that's
aware
cool.
of that, and
Yeah.
I have a huge collection of 360 games.
They will play better than ever on that.
Well, that's
Get
the
back
best
into
selling
Army
point
too.
I've ever heard. Yeah,
but aside from that, yeah, if you got a PlayStation 5, if you're not interested in playing all those old games,
I am interested on playing all those old games.
Well, there you go.
Actually, I feel like video games peaked.
I'm so with
years and years ago. And now we're just kind of getting sequels to these games that were
Or
great.
remakes.
Yeah,
Or
remakes.
reboots or remakes, and then I just long to play those older games.
Yeah.
That's why I'm sitting here being like, Metal Gear Rising. Like, where can you play that? Because all these
At
great
my
games from
house.
so long ago. Yeah. I didn't know the Xbox could play 360 games. Shit.
It can do everything.
I'm gonna pick one up. Fuck.
That's
Can
the
it?
one thing. PlayStation had all these little stipulations, and PS3 games are still like locked to the PS3. You can't
Yeah.
play a PS3 game anywhere.
That's the
other
one
than
shitty
that.
thing. Is
But
like,
Xbox nailed that shit. You can play everything, just about. Every now and then there's a game. There will be one that's like, this one just won't work.
What about
but
like
that's
the
like-
Beatles Rock Band? Can I do that on the Xbox?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can do that right now.
But like, the one thing I was a little unclear on is like original Xbox, like Halo Combat Evolved.
Uh-huh.
Can you put original Xbox games in the
Oh, yeah.
Series X?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was just 360.
No.
and up.
Dang.
Anything from the beginning
So I
to
could
now.
I could bust out my Stubbs the Zombie on
Yep.
Xbox.
Wow.
But again, every now and then there's one that's like, for some reason, this game trips it
Can't
up.
do it. Yeah.
And,
yeah.
and it's a very short list.
There was a problem even on the PS3's backwards compatibility. There was about a dozen PS1 games
Yeah.
that just wouldn't play
Yeah.
anything.
I
They
think-
never fixed them.
I think like remember we used to always play Star Wars Battlefront?
Always.
I think there was like an issue like with those.
yeah.
that sucks.
and I was
that's
like,
one of
that's
my
a good
favorite
one.
games
That's
of
one
all
of
I
those
time.
know.
ones,
yeah. That's a good one.
Maybe not the first one. Maybe it's just the second one.
That's
There's
the better
something-
one.
That's
It is.
something like that. But I could be wrong. I could be pulling that on my ass. But I think it's just a few. There's just a few games that don't work.
Hmm.
Yeah, dude, you can get a used Series X now at like Book Off. They have tons of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some refurbished ones for like $300.
Yeah.
around there.
I wouldn't want to buy one new, but I would definitely like. I see the value in picking up a used one.
Speaking of Xbox and video games and just shit like that.
Yeah.
Someone was pointing out earlier, Elder Scrolls 6, the next,
That's correct.
what is that? That's after, was the last one Skyrim?
Yeah.
That was the last one,
Yeah.
2011? Wow. Elder Scrolls 6. You guys remember they announced that?
Yeah.
I think we were watching the conference. Do you know it's been longer now since they announced that, since the gap between
Oh, really?
Skyrim to when they announced that?
Oh my
Do you know what I
God.
mean? Does that make sense?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like it's been the longest gap of time between
That's bad
No,
business.
wait. I'm sorry. I was looking up Xbox 360 games. Repeat that.
it's been longer since they announced Elder Scrolls 6 than it has been from Skyrim coming out to when they announced Elder Scrolls 6. Do you know what I mean? It's been like how many years? Like 6 or 7 years since they said we're going to make it.
Damn, that's crazy.
The chat saying,
shit.
Sticky T says they only showed what they were working on to get people to stop talking about Fallout 76's failures.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's like they shot themselves in the foot because they definitely showed it too early.
That was so long ago. Holy shit.
yeah.
I was thinking about Xbox 360 games I really want to play. Saints Row. The third?
The third is the
Yeah,
best.
That's the one.
And they redid it on like Switch and PS4 and everything. And I got it and it was dog shit. They ripped half the music out of it.
I heard about that.
It had all
Yeah.
kinds of problems. It was like, oh, you guys did the shittiest port of the best game. And it actually made me just put that Switch version away and fire up the old Xbox 360 version.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
is the music still available if I put the Xbox 360
Yeah.
version? Okay.
Yeah, if you have it on the disc, you got
Yeah.
Kanye's
you have
opening.
it. You own it.
The
you got
Kanye
power.
Oh, they got
opening.
rid of that?
They got rid of that.
That's crazy.
It's
Wow.
fucking terrible. It was a
Wow.
terrible port.
Yeah.
Well,
But
as of today, I'm fine with that.
I said
Army
this
of Two,
before, but
there's some
yeah,
good
oh
ones
yeah,
out there.
yeah, sure. But maybe one of the best Christmas gifts I've ever gotten was when they put out the new Xbox. And again, made this big deal about, like this old Yakuza game. It was 30 frames a second. Well, now on the new Xbox, it'll play in 60. Oh my God. Like games are enhanced on here.
Yeah.
And one game got enhanced that it suddenly became impossible to get it on Xbox. And I owned it on PS3. So I was like, fuck, I wish I had this on Xbox so I could play it in 4K
Yeah.
on the new Xbox. And my brother found a connection and got me 50 Cent Blood in the Sand on Xbox. And literally, you pop it in and it has a 4K update to make it, to like the resolution just popped off the screen. And I was there on Christmas Day going, this is the best day ever.
Hitting the
And
curse button?
I'm hitting the curse button. Fucking
Nice.
piece of fucking shit, bitch. I'm quoting 50.
This is what
That's not
50
me.
says.
I'm
We don't
quoting
say that.
50. But anyway.
And there's much worse.
There,
ones
yeah,
than
there's
that.
other stuff he says that
Somebody in the chat was hyping up Kingdom Come 2, which I was looking at the other day. It looks like an open world medieval game. I don't know anything about this franchise, but they're saying it's better than Baldur's Gate 3. Anybody here play Baldur's Gate 3?
I didn't
No.
fuck with Baldur's
Nope.
Gate. No.
I
Didn't date that
I
bear.
resisted playing Baldur's Gate 3 because I knew I would lose like days of my life. Sometimes I think I will like a game so much it makes me not want to play it
Yeah.
because I'm scared like, oh, I have other shit I need to do with my life.
Turns
Like,
you off.
I'm gonna be playing this for like 8 hours a day every day. Staying up till 3 a.m, losing sleep.
That was Elden Ring for me.
Yeah. That was Elden Ring for Johnny. I think he took a day off work.
My thumbs just started hurting.
You took a day off work and then you came in saying, I discovered a new religion.
Oh yeah, but I did play Baldur's Gate. That's not for me at all. But
Yeah, the fantasy stuff
You don't like
doesn't.
it?
I don't do that. I never get sucked into fantasy games.
I
Like I've never
the,
finished Elden Ring.
I like the open world, like the vast open world, like so many different choices and different ways to approach situations.
See, for
that
me,
is like my favorite type of game.
same, but I want it in that like cyberpunk world.
Okay. Yeah, I've kind
And
of
that's where I'm still once in a while firing up Cyberpunk and playing that
I've
DLC.
hesitated picking up Cyberpunk for the same reason, but also it's not clear if the game is like, you've said it's good. You've said they've patched it and fixed it.
Oh, it's so patched.
Yeah.
It's beyond fixed.
It's so muddled in people's opinions. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I don't know who
Yeah.
to believe.
It's interesting. I mean, we've made a video about the play date.
Yeah.
And it's just so true in this era. Yeah, actually, not even this era, the era from like 5 years ago. Like every fucking launch is screwed up. And you always just got to wait. And that's where like it sucks that all the bad press Cyberpunk got on launch stuck with it to people still think like, oh, that's a broken game. It's like, oh, it's been so
Well,
fixed.
It's funny too because my brother was playing it. I think over like holiday break, I saw him playing it, and I asked him about it because we were about to put out the Todd and Aaron video where he made a joke about it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Do you think we're valid? Like, is the game good now?" And he's like, "Oh, this game's awesome now," but that's fucking ridiculous that it came to this.
It's terrible.
So he was enjoying it, but still, he's like, "But like, get real." And I was like, "Okay, then we're still good to do the joke." I think.
Yeah, and I still see debate online
Yeah.
if it's fixed or not. But
Yeah.
people playing it seem to like it.
Yeah.
And the
all right.
DLC is really good.
Cyberpunk and Kingdom Come 2, those are the two games I'm going to be picking up next.
All right.
Even though I never finish games because they're too big. I actually beat RoboCop Rogue City.
You did?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck
Wow,
yeah.
cool.
I forgot you told us about that one.
I beat it. I really enjoyed it.
I beat Lollipop Chainsaw Repop on Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
That was like, it's so rare for me to beat a game now, too.
And
Like,
RoboCop Rogue City, story-wise, takes place between the second and third game. It fits like right into the canon of the film franchise, which I
Wow.
don't know if anybody even likes the third RoboCop movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the game was
remember.
good.
That's
yeah.
cool. Wow. Yeah, I was just gonna bring up, since we're on this subject, that they did the PlayStation State of Play this week.
yeah, that was
Speaking of ninjas, when you brought up like announced ninja game,
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden, I had to think about it because this new stream, they showed all these big billion-dollar new franchises. And I know people were excited about that. Oh, this could be cool. There's a new game. I know we kind of brought this up about the Returnal developers.
Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe kind of a spiritual successor to Returnal, but that was, I think, maybe not any of our things. I
no.
think we were all kind of like on that.
I played Returnal, ended up not really enjoying it.
Yeah,
There was
I
like
think we're all
nothing
same
on
age.
the PS5, and then that
Yeah.
was like the one game. And
Well, they're
yeah.
doing-
And there was an era where it was like Returnal and Deathloop, and it was like, play the same thing over and over. And I'm like,
yeah.
this genre,
good.
I'm getting burnt out on.
Yeah.
See, I took the Deathloop choice because I played the shit out of that.
Deathloop, I think, was a little bit better than Returnal.
It had a
So-
style to it.
Yeah.
So they showed all these billion-dollar franchises. Great. But I thought the best thing in that whole presentation, new 2D Shinobi by Sega.
Okay.
I loved Shinobi as a kid. Shinobi 3 on Genesis. Oh my God. And I didn't think anyone else cared about that series at all. And then it's like, hey, the team that did the new Streets of Rage, which was also tons of fun.
Yeah.
A few years ago, they did Streets of Rage 4 or whatever. They're doing a new Shinobi. I was so stoked to see that. And I know that was meant to be like a smaller announcement, but nothing lived up to that for me. I'm
You're
like,
the retro
tell me
gamer.
when Shinobi is out.
Yeah.
It also sucked because they showed new Snake Eater footage
Yes.
and gave, oh, here it is, the release date. Oh, and this and that. And it's like, this was all meant to be the big surprise of this presentation, and it all leaked.
It all leaked a week
Because
ago.
we knew, we
Yeah.
knew a week ago. We were talking
We saw
about
the
it.
Ape Escape stuff, which
Yeah.
I'm stoked about.
But what's cool, Johnny, you and I talked about this. I think you brought this up. Like, well, if Ape Escape characters, like they have the little Ape Escape mini game in,
Snake
I
versus
think,
Monkey.
or maybe it was you, Garrett. I don't
Yeah.
remember. Brought up like,
Well, I was saying it's a Sony property.
yeah, isn't that PlayStation exclusive? But I was like, no, it was a Konami thing, wasn't it? So couldn't that be on any system? But I guess Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that I don't know. I don't know what the
I mean, I feel like
exclusivity is
that's
on.
in Astrobot that's so heavily represented because like that's a Sony property, the Ape Escape games.
Well, to answer what we were talking about,
Oh, yeah.
in this trailer, or maybe it was online after, I don't know. They said, "Oh, by the way, Xbox, we've got a different thing for you. Stay tuned." And they showed the silhouette of Bomberman.
Oh.
Which, we haven't been thinking about Bomberman in a while.
Namco
Like, I
shit,
think there's going to
right?
be, I think there's going to be a, I think now Konami owns, I think
They own it now?
Konami owns
Okay,
Bomberman.
okay.
That there's going to be Bomberman shit in
In the
Metal
Xbox
Gear.
version.
So, yeah, I don't know if it'll fundamentally play different because that could be fun. So,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Another question about Xbox then. I'm fascinated by this.
Of course.
What about your 360 downloaded games? Is there any way to get those on the Xbox?
Yeah.
They're all on the store.
And
You just go on there and download them.
man, all your old Behemoth games.
And if you've already purchased them, they're available?
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
You can get them right now.
I'm getting fucking Xbox, guys.
And I was gonna say,
literally-
all your old Behemoth downloads will have like brand new fucking versions ready to like.
Holy shit. Because
Yeah.
I had
They've
Bomberman on
updated
Xbox
all of them.
360.
Oh,
I
you
had
can play that now.
Snoopy's Flying Aces. We're about to
Yeah.
go back.
Marble Blast Ultra.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
This
You
is
need-
the best news I've had
you'll
all
need-
day. Sean, cheer up. This is the best news I've had all day.
You'll need your account, like they said. So as long as you can log in, you remember your
Oh,
password.
I will hack the system. Yeah, I think I got it.
Good job.
Do you
good job.
remember when I remember this, but when they sold you an Xbox and it still was logged into that guy's shit? Do you remember that?
Yeah, vaguely.
Wasn't it
bought
like
that.
an R2D2 Xbox or something? Maybe that.
I
Maybe
think so. I think so. I still have that R2D2 Xbox. It doesn't
Oh.
work anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. But I remember you bought it. I think it was refurbished or something, and
Yeah.
it was like they did not wipe it.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's correct.
I have a
just
couple
remember-
PS3s that have a bunch of some dude's libraries on them, and
Yeah.
I have access to those games. I've played them before.
Yeah, that's funny. That happened when we were on tour too. We had
yeah.
PS4 in the tour van. This guy's still logged in. Let's connect to the internet. But anyway,
Viva
yeah, so-
Pinata, upscaled, baby.
Ooh, I
Going
forgot
back.
As
about
it should
Viva
be.
Pinata.
Hexic HD. Oh, it's gonna be like Sexic HD. No Hexic fans here.
No.
This side got it.
I was doing Uno.
No. But anyway, anything else from the PlayStation State of Play? I thought it was,
No Bloodborne HD remaster yet. What are you doing, Sony?
I wish they would just announce that so I could just not
quit
hear
here.
about
But I am honestly
every event they do, it's
Yeah.
always no Bloodborne. I'm like, just
just
let's
give
be
us the
done with this.
fucking HD version that runs at 60 frames, please, so we could stop memeing about it.
Yeah. So,
Please.
but aside from that, I don't think there was too much else on that.
Not
I do
gaming
have.
related.
I did want to say real quick. I do have an anime thing to bring up. Grievance.
Shit.
That I'm so bummed about this.
Is it don't shit talk Daima because I'm so into it.
It is about Daima.
No, I love Daima.
Oh, but you know what? It just happened, so it might be a spoiler. So maybe I won't say anything. Do
well,
you hear about that?
I'm caught up.
I
The
think
people
it
at
just-
home
I think it
might
aired
have it
today.
spoiled.
Oh, well, I'm not that caught up.
Yeah, I better not say.
Yeah, don't say anything.
They did something, and people were fucking excited about it, and I'm on the outside. I'm looking in.
I don't know
state.
anybody who's into Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Daima except for me.
Yeah,
Some of the chat in because I said this again on the PPS last week, but a bunch of people in the chat were like, "I'm down," but I don't know anyone in real life that's actually watching the show.
Yeah,
It's like it's a new Dragon Ball. No one gives a fuck.
yeah.
I think it's because they made them kids.
My brother is again big on. He's watched every series a
Yeah.
million times, and yeah, he made it a handful of episodes in and was like, "Nah, it's not for me." So if he's not laying in it, everything I've heard is like ratings wise, it's like not killing it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll comment next week on it.
We're gonna give you 1 week.
I'll get all
Yeah.
caught up.
Yeah,
I gotta watch Severance tonight too.
Yeah, me too.
I am caught up on that. Oh
haven't
wait,
seen
you
that.
didn't see the new one?
No. No.
Ooh, all I'm gonna say, all I'm gonna say,
No.
8 minutes in. That's all. 8 minutes.
8
in.
minutes on the dot.
8 minutes, 12
A
seconds.
girl dies. I'm not
Yikes.
saying which one,
Which one?
We're not saying which one.
but I liked
Only
her.
one girl.
Well, yeah, there.
Oh no.
There's a couple.
Helly.
Yeah, I guess.
Miss Casey. Anyways,
Uh oh.
Hmm?
We got hit with the anyways.
no, sorry.
This episode, no, you lucked out, Sean. If
He's
you
scared.
if you see an episode late, this was the week to do it. It was a great episode. one of those episodes. It's like if you tried to spoil this, you'd have to read an entire paragraph.
Okay, cool.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very complicated
Okay, good.
kind of situation.
I don't even care about spoilers anymore. I live without fear.
Hell
I
yeah.
don't even care.
Hey, real quick for this post-show clarity, I know we got to wrap it up. It's getting a little long. Somebody's hitting me with the anyways over here. Let's real fast go through some of the weirdest news stories of the week and just give our 2-second responses to what's going on
All right.
in the weird news around the world. First up, a news story came out that Bill Gates says that Steve Jobs once recommended that he should have taken acid because it would have made Microsoft's products look better.
Oh yeah, Bill Gates has a new book out. I think that's why
Yeah.
he's talking about this stuff.
I feel
Look
like Bill
better.
Gates may have took acid because, I mean, is it just me or is that paperclip talking to us?
Oh shit.
Hey!
Hey.
Those Windows. I've seen some of the screensavers that they had in
Yeah.
Windows back in the 90s.
Oh, all these pipes. Ooh.
Exactly. That was acid shit.
Flying toasters?
So he did do it.
Do you think what would acid have improved in Microsoft products? Any guesses or thoughts?
Well, I do think that Windows, especially back then, was so boring. It was like the most basic shit that I think
Yeah.
it would have been fucking wild. It'd been
Yeah.
cool as shit.
It
Yeah.
changed the GUI a
Imagine
bit.
the pipe wallpaper that you used to have, building like the colorful pipes.
Yeah.
That would be sick. That would be sick.
When Mac turns on, it uses the note from the end of Day in the Life, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Windows would have used a different Beatles song.
Yeah.
It would have been
A
like
George Harrison one because he was way more into the
yeah,
psychedelics.
it would have been like the riff from Eleanor Rigby.
Yeah.
You turn it on.
Dude, you know what blew my... Do you know about that whole story? Yeah, it played the Beatles sound.
Yeah.
And there was all these court things with Apple.
Oh, there
and-
was?
And Apple, Beatles had a Apple
Records.
Core, Apple Core. And they fought in court about okay, as long as Apple doesn't go into music, we're good.
And then they did.
So then, yeah, they did, and that was the whole thing. But aside from that, they had that note that sounded a little like A Day in the Life. The Beatles were like, "Yo, you trying to piss us off? What's going on?" Then later they added a sound that's like, you ever had an error on a Mac that's like a piano? Ding,
Yeah.
ding.
Don't.
The developers were like, "Dude, that's music too. Don't make it sound like music." And the developer called that sound effect is called Sosumi, like
Oh.
the word Sosumi, but it's Sosumi.
Yeah.
The developer called it that, and it's still called that. You go into the Mac, the Sosumi sound effect, and it's because of that.
Whoa.
He's like, "Yo, if they're gonna get mad at me on that sound, Sosumi."
What the Beatles owned the piano notes?
They just the instruction legally from in court with them was
Fucking Beatles.
don't do anything musical. So they got everyone was scared to add that, and the guy was like, "Sosumi."
That's awesome.
So that was it.
Linda McMahon, former employee for WWE, is being nominated for the Department of Education, leader of the Department of Education. And you may have seen pictures from her confirmation hearing that Triple H was in the audience at Congress.
Her son-in-law.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I guess they are related. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of senators were looking nervous because Triple H could hit him with that pedigree at any time.
You hear that Motorhead
Dude.
song come on and you start sweating.
Sean, thoughts?
You don't want my thoughts.
I want your thoughts.
You got kids that are in
You don't
school
want
right
my
now?
fucking thoughts.
I want your thoughts.
I thought the whole the whole education department was disbanded this week. Now they're hiring Linda
Well, yeah,
McMahon.
they're about to tap out.
It's been.
It's been
It's been.
What?
It's
1
it's-
week since you looked at me. Yeah.
Well, can I?
Speak freely.
Mhm.
Say
This
say
is
the word you
post-show
want to
clarity.
say.
Get it off
I
your
just want
chest.
to
Say the word you want to say.
fucking break. I just want to fucking break. Everything, being a parent in this day of age has been so hard. We've had COVID, and it's like now you're doing this shit. Like, I can't send my kids to school because Linda McMahon's in charge. Fucking
Well, you can still send them to school.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
I
but
would-
they're gonna get rid of the Department of Education.
You'll get in
Like,
trouble if you don't send them.
God fucking damn it, bro. God damn it. It's so hard.
I'm so
Fuck.
glad I don't have to pay attention to this shit.
Of all, yeah. It's just exhausting.
Grimar says shouldn't have cummed.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
I'm on
that-
that side.
You got you reap what you sow, buddy.
That's why I'm
I-
keeping
it's just-
keeping shit bottled
It's
up.
been real tough. It's been real tough.
What about you ever thought about homeschool?
Dude, that
Get all 4 of them
I
in
would
one room.
I would never do that.
Kids will
I
turn out
did
like
that for
fucking
COVID
freaks.
essentially. I had to teach them
Oh,
from home.
yeah,
It was
that sucked.
terrible.
You didn't like that?
Huh?
You didn't like it?
No, God,
No,
no.
homeschool messes you up. You don't
Yeah.
know how to talk to
Yo,
anybody. You don't know how to
I
go
think so, too.
outside.
I had friends that were like homeschooled or went to like a Catholic private school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like little
Meg went to a
maniacs.
Catholic private school. Look at her.
Yeah. Look how she turned out.
She laughed.
Yeah, she can't even hear our podcast. She just laughs like the Joker.
It really
On her
does
own.
seem like what's the worst thing I can do to the government? I'm going to put that person in charge. And that's what we're just doing. So I don't know, man. I'm just
You know,
tired of it.
to get political, we're going to get political for a moment. I was on Reddit the other day. I found myself on r/conservatives. I was just curious of what they were talking about over there.
What are they saying over
Wanted
there?
to see what was going on that side of Reddit. And there was a post that was like, let's hash it. Let's get it out. Say your political beliefs.
Nice.
Liberals, tell us why we're all doomed because we don't agree with you. Conservatives, here's your chance to own the libs. Say what you want to say. Libertarians, fucking get it out. Let's go. Let's go at it.
This sounds like the new Smash Brothers. I
And,
like this. Switch 2. Let's go.
It was actually the most civil, polite,
Wow.
political conversation
On Reddit?
I've ever witnessed in my entire life.
Whoa.
And it was just people finding common ground on shit they all agree on.
Okay.
It was amazing.
Like eggs should be under $10.
Yes.
That kind of
yeah.
shit.
See, I disagree.
Everybody fucking agrees. Food should be more affordable.
Yeah.
Everybody was coming into common ground on, yeah, there should be term limits on politicians. They should not be allowed to just be politicians indefinitely
Yeah,
forever.
who the fuck would defend that?
Yeah.
I mean, why don't we do that?
Why don't we
should-
have an age cap?
we should
Yes!
we should eliminate lobbying from the political system.
Of course.
Corporations should not have an undue amount of influence on the laws that are being made. The corporations should not be writing the bills and then paying politicians to have them come forward. Yeah, we should put a cap on how much spending can be allowed for political campaigns. We don't want billionaires, millionaires, and billionaires just buying
their way in.
buying their way in or buying this influence. All of these people were just agreeing on all this stuff on both sides. On both,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, yeah, fucking Elon Musk probably shouldn't be in charge of doing all this shit, but Nancy Pelosi shouldn't be fucking doing all this stock exchange either. We're like,
Yeah.
well, we can agree that just having an insane amount of wealth and being a politician is generally not what the American people want.
And they all agreed in this forum.
It was just a lot of people like
Coming together.
Hey, we may disagree on some shit, but we can all agree on this. And it was so civil and nice.
Wow.
Wow.
I
Just
think-
refreshing to read that.
didn't think that was where you were going with that.
Yeah,
story.
not at all.
I thought you
They're
were
all saying Derek-
I read the craziest shit I've ever heard.
Derek for president.
Yeah,
We're back here.
I found out that like senators have health care provided by, you know, their everything that they get paid is provided by tax dollars.
Yeah.
And 75% of any health care they want is covered by their job, which is
Yeah.
the fucking American government. So, you know, a lot of people are saying like, well, shit, wish they'd give us the same health care plan they have.
Yeah, they won't do
Oh,
that.
interesting. They don't want to have the same healthcare plan that the rest of America has, because I bet
Huh.
if they did, we'd all have a lot fucking better healthcare. I recommend looking up that thread if you are interested in finding some positivity in the political sphere out there.
The more Pitbull Star, I think it was your name in the chat. You said this, and I'm gonna, you know, again, getting political here. But the more time goes on, I'm agreeing with what you said, where it's basically like everything gets made into this team, that team, versus this
Tribalism.
team versus that team, and it's like really, if as the time goes on, it's like, yeah, like 11 billionaires are making everything fucking worse every day. It's that, and they want to keep us fucking fighting with each other instead of
Yeah. I will
you
say,
know, I don't know.
fuck all the billionaires. Fuck all of the billionaires.
Well, Taylor Swift's a billionaire, so
yeah,
there
you
go.
got to be
Explain that
careful.
to
You know
Your
what?
daughters would not be
Yeah,
happy
Paul
with that.
McCartney's a
I
billionaire.
set you up. I just set you up to say that.
Paul
John.
McCartney's
telling
a
you, no
billionaire.
one should have $1 billion.
Tell that to
no one
Travis
should
Kelce.
have $1 billion.
That is true.
Dollars.
Nobody,
That is ridiculous.
Nobody worked hard enough to earn $1 billion. And
That is true.
You can't really argue that they did.
Yeah, there's actually, that's like the best statement ever. Like, there's nothing you could do in your entire life if you work
Yeah.
to your hands to the bone There's nothing you should be able to produce that would make you $1 billion.
Yeah, if you have $1 billion, you definitely like profited off the labor of a bunch of people who were screwed over.
Something
Yeah.
like something like went wrong.
Yeah. And
But
no
intentional or
one
not.
needs that much money.
Yeah.
You don't.
$999 million? Sure, you could argue
got
that.
it. You fine, you have it.
$1 billion?
safe.
Fuck you.
Once it
Cap
hits
that
that,
shit.
ding.
You
Yep.
should be good with $999 million.
Give you a fucking YouTube play button. Look, you won. You got $1 million or 999,000. That's your limit. Here's your fucking trophy. Now you kick your feet up and fucking spend it.
If you have more than $999 million, taxes should take that and redistribute it to the rest of the population to bring you down to the $999 million
Yep. Agree.
limit.
Yes.
Derek Gossett for president.
Yep. You got my
DCO.
vote. You got my vote.
I will say though, sorry to say that about Taylor Swift. I apologize.
I'm not upset.
I don't know if she's actually a billionaire. I think her tour might have made $1 billion.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's
I
a
don't know.
billionaire.
I don't know either.
But
she's a
did you see that video that came out of her
No.
at leaving the Grammys?
No.
You know, I'm gonna say a rare T Swift compliment. There's literally footage someone shot with their phone that she's going up to all the workers. Here you go. She's literally herself tipping them all cash.
Yeah.
She doesn't have her she's got an entourage. She doesn't have them do it.
She's
She's
doing
personally going, thank you so much for it. It's like all the people who are like cleaning up the theater.
Wow.
And she's handing them all $100 bill.
Yeah,
$100
she's like,
bill.
yeah,
I do.
don't tell nobody about this.
Yeah,
keep,
yeah, yeah,
Keep this
yeah,
under the
yeah.
table.
I mean, I
Hey,
do
Uncle
know-
Sam doesn't need to know about this.
Yeah, exactly. But it was like people were
Is
like,
McDonald's sponsoring the podcast, or did I?
Oh,
miss
this
something?
shit's turned
oh
on.
no, I'm having PTSD.
Is Kevin home?
I love it.
No, ew, Derek, you just did that, and I literally got. I'm not. It sounded so accurate. It sounded so accurate to this shit. I thought somebody put the record on.
No, we're not sponsored by McDonald's. We're sponsored by Tenga. These are
Yeah.
Onaholes.
You can't fuck McDonald's.
Well,
Well, dollar menu, double
I'll
cheeseburger.
sing
Apple
I
pie.
did it.
apple pie, warm
Yeah,
apple
really
pie.
I've seen that movie.
Her and long for the day when I cling to her.
They have the copy pasta there.
Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered.
I hate the worst part.
Excuse me.
Worth every penny.
Shut it off.
Was Johnny trying to do it like a thing smash?
Yeah.
That's the breaking
was that?
glass.
J.J. Abrams. Pookie, where
Oh.
are you?
Good night.
Spooky.
Good night.
Good night.